Hey, this is Headhunterz, and you're watching Carrillo Magazine.
Okay, how has it been since we last spoke in September till now?
How has it been since last time? I must admit that I have a very bad sense for time span and stuff because I'm on the road so much, so I really live by the day. I don't look too much in the past, I don't look too much in the future, but from what I can say, I have, played in the States a lot, and it's going really well. I mean, it's funny you asked me because yesterday I was thinking about it and I was like, wow, a lot for me has changed in the States, especially in the last 2 years, and it's been going very progressively, slowly, but very steadily, so yeah, it's possible.
Good. How have you handled the backlash from European fans in regards to Cruella collaboration and stuff?
Oh, that was a big, actually very important lesson to me because it was like the final drop of the final stage of me giving a fuck, I really learned a big lesson there about really following my heart truly, because people have been whining on my Facebook page for ages already, and it's been a process for me to learn how to handle that and how to live with that, and it's really been very important on my personal growth path and in my career. So when that all happened, I was like, okay, this is it, and from now on I feel like it doesn't matter anymore what I do, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want. It really doesn't matter, so I felt very relieved after that.
Tell us how you got the idea and the inspiration behind the song Breakout with Audio Freak.
Actually, when we started collaborating, we were instantly both like, okay, whatever we're gonna do, it's gonna be something different, because Audio Freak is known to be a little bit experimental, and I was getting tired of doing the same thing for 7 years over and over again. So we were like, let's really explore new boundaries here, and then we spent, I think, like a month in the studio, and yeah, it was really a very big learning experience. And well, of course, Breakout is the title has a deeper significance of just breaking free from expectations and from the imaginary prison that people try to create around you and keep you in the place. Yeah.
How did it feel to be the first hardstyle artist to be invited to Coachella?
Oh, well, of course, a very surprising, very big honor. I'd almost say, really want me to play there? Between all these legends. Furthermore, I have to admit, I'm not an American, and like a lot of Dutch people, Coachella wasn't a very familiar concept to me yet. I heard of it, but then when I started looking into it a little bit, I was like, wow, this is huge. So I'm very honored.
Yeah. You view the relationship between the artists and record labels today?
Well, I can only speak mostly for the hardstyle scene, because that's what I'm most familiar with up until now. But actually, it's a funny question because I'm trying to change that relationship, because up until now, the record label has been really meant a big deal for the artist and has played a big role in the success for hardstyle artists. Also for me, Scantrax played a big role in my personal development and success, but I think that at a certain point, they became too important for the artists, and they started asking too much for their services, I think, and artists just have to pay too much to be able to release on a label, and to be honest, they claim maybe to be a management, but you might as well get a proper management for the fee you pay a label for just releasing your music and doing some social media stuff. So actually, I have Heart with Style now, and I try to break through that idea and create a more free environment for artists where they can just release their music. If they want more commitment, they can get more commitment, but I try to keep it as reasonable as possible, and to motivate artists and to give them some space to be able to invest in good stuff, you know, to get their career going. For the better. It's always evolving to the better. I think. You know, you gotta stay positive.
Yeah.
But the only thing I can say, I think artists are less and less dependent of labels, because artists just are their own representation online. They can create their own fan base with the Facebook stuff. They can throw something on SoundCloud or YouTube, and they don't need anyone. If it just starts spreading out, it spreads out, and there's not really a label needed for that anymore. And yeah, I think artists are growing more and more independent. Yeah.
Perfect. And this is a question from the fans. I know you might get it a lot now, but what's behind letting your hair grow? Why did you let it grow?
Yeah, you're actually the first one to ask why.
Okay.
Yeah, people like, yeah, I mean online, but in interviews, it's like, it just popped up in my mind, and I was like, I was ready for a change, and not only with my hair, I felt I was changing, I was going into the next phase of my life. My career, taking it to the next step. So I felt really like, you know, giving myself a nice makeover to like to put a mark, a stamp on this phase. Like, okay, this is new beginning, and you know, let's make a fresh start. And yeah, with everything.
It's part of everything that you're
It's symbolic.
Right,
it's symbolic for my life where it is right now.
All right.
Change. I'm actually reinventing my own style. I don't want to go too much into detail because I like doing it instead of just first telling everything about it, like just showing it, you know. But I'm definitely going through a rapid change process, and I think people are already noticing that. Yeah, but that's really all I want to say about it right now.
It was, for me, a whole different world, because I get in touch with the Western pop culture, the rock music from the UK, but also, you know, I was already like...